Gold bullion trading in London saw the precious metal hit yet another new all-time high on Thursday, rising within $5 per ounce of $2,700 as the European Central Bank cut its key overnight interest rates once more, but longer-term yields in the bond market rose along with the dollar despite mixed US economic data. Silver, in contrast, edged back from yesterday's seven-session highs, holding below $32 per troy ounce, as industrial metal copper also dropped together with agricultural commodities. China's stock market had earlier fallen again at a three-week low, erasing 2/5 of the past month's Beijing stimulus surge. But Western stock markets rose, edging New York's S&P 500 index back towards Monday's new all-time high, and taking Frankfurt's DAX index of German corporations up to a new record, after the European Central Bank cut its key interest rates by 0.25 percentage points as expected. While the DAX is a total returns index, accounting for dividend payments as well share prices, it has been sharply outperformed by no-income gold in 2024. Having failed in 2022 to start raising deposit rates from below zero until inflation had already surged to 8.9%, we're breaking the neck of inflation, claimed ECB President Christine Lagarde at today's central bank press conference. The incoming information shows that the disinflationary process is well on track. Inflation across the 20-nation currency area was today confirmed at 2.7% per year for September, matching April's two-year low, but the cost of living, including fuel and food, was revised lower, down to the weakest inflation in almost 3.5 years at 1.7%. That news, plus today's ECB cut, sent the euro down to 3.5-month lows against the dollar, falling for the eighth session in a row on the FX market to trade 3.3% below late September's 14-month high. The UK pound meantime rallied from yesterday's weaker inflation news drop, but held on track for its third weekly decline on the run. US data, in contrast, last night showed a heavier than expected drawdown of crude oil stockpiles for last week, suggesting stronger energy demand in the world's largest economy. US retail sales also accelerated on the latest data, albeit with the slowest year-on-year rise since January at 1.7% according to the Census Bureau. New claims for jobless support last week retreated from early October's 13-month high in initial unemployment claims, but continued claims for unemployment assistance rose back towards July's 32-month high. But US industrial output then came in weaker than expected for September, dropping 0.6% in real terms from 12 months earlier. Already setting 31 new record gold highs in 2024, the dollar price of bullion made that 32 at Thursday's 3 p.m. London benchmarking auction, fixing above $2,688 per troy ounce, and then rising within $5 of $2,700 in spot market trade. Gold also set new euro and British pound records at London's 3 p.m. auction, trading above €2,480 and £2,068 to top the new benchmark records already set this morning, the 38th and 34th new record days so far this year. Despite the ECB's rate cut, longer-term borrowing costs in the bond market had already risen ahead of the US retail sales data, and they continued to rise despite the weak industrial figures, coming within 3 basis points of last Friday's 11-week high of 4.12% per annum on benchmark 10-year US Treasury debt. Crude oil prices meantime stabilized above Wednesday's 2-week low, despite Israel claiming it killed 3 senior officials from the Iran-backed Hamas group today, possibly including the militia's top leader Yahya Sinwar, appointed in July after Israel assassinated Ismail Haniyeh in a raid on Tehran itself. Medical and food aid, meantime, went into Gaza for the first time in 2 weeks, after the US government of Joe Biden gave Israel 30 days to improve humanitarian access or face Washington cutting its military assistance. US threat to cut Israel military aid is sign of Washington's anger at broken promises in the year-long conflict, says the BBC, and signals new willingness to use military assistance as both a carrot and a stick to influence Jerusalem's high-stakes confrontation with Iran and Iran-backed militant groups, says Reuters. Please like this video and subscribe to our channel.